think I would have just have expected to be on fire a lot more in my lifetime than I ever have been. From the amount of times that we were taught stop, drop, and roll. And I'll be right back. I got to go take care of bastard kids. My wife about to lose it, so let me go do damage control.
Speaking of Cuckington McFlurry.
Murder wants to know this. Cuckington McFluff choke people out at charity events.
Goodness! That question didn't make the mailbag, unfortunately.
I'm surprised that person wasn't the author of a question in the mailbag.
You got mail.
Oh, I agree.
It is the Not Mott's mailbag. To hell with Mott. We are the LaFouche Concert and Events Club mailbag, and we've got a bunch of questions. Some of them have to do with sports. Some of them don't. But that's okay.
Got some good ones.
Yeah, we do. Marcus from LCO wants to know, back to school edition, what was the biggest scam they got us with? See, that's how they get you. In our school days, was it uniforms or mesh school bags?
I felt very slighted whenever the school board came out with uniforms because it was my senior year, and that's the one year that we had to wear that crap. Or me personally, I'm going with school uniforms. Mesh backpacks really weren't a big deal. Nobody around here is really hot and shit. Uniforms still are a bad move.
I was a lazy ass then. I'm a lazy ass now. I kind of liked that I didn't have to think about what I was going to wear. Like, I just knew. All right, blue shirt, khakis, whatever, like, let's roll. I didn't like the mesh school bag, man. It was always tearing, and no, I'm not a big fan. So I'm going to go school bag.
Yeah, we never had to do no school uniforms when I was in school.
In the 80s.
But we did get the mesh bags and your pencils and your ink pens sticking through the mesh and scratching the shit out of it every time you...
That's the worst.
I'm going to go uniforms because you're a public school. Don't try to act like private school when you're paying to go there and they could be extra strict on their rules and because it's basically their decision if you go there. The whole public school, we're going to make it safer. No. The First Amendment's a thing. Let the kids have freedom of expression. You already don't let them have mustache and goatees and mohawks and tattoos. Let the dude wear his freaking Nirvana t-shirt. If he shoots up a school, his uniform ain't going to change it. I never agree with that. I still don't. I think it's stupid.
I think uniforms led to this whole mental health crisis.
Fair enough. What's your over or under on green dildos that will be thrown for the remainder of the WNBA season? From Jacob from the card shop.
I think they're going to nip this in the butt. We'll probably have maybe one or two more, and that's about it. They're going to shut that down. They're going to put some heavy repercussions on that, and it's going to be donezo. But look, entertaining while it's here. We're talking about it. It's got us talking again about WNBA that we swore off a month ago. We continue to talk about.
I'm going to go 3 more instances, and then we're going to really clap that down. Nick?
This is going to become not just a once in a while, not just a once a game. This is going to be the WNBA's new thing. You can't arrest us all. Everybody's bringing dildos to the game. Everybody's throwing their dildos. Embrace it.
Goodness.
WNBA, embrace it. You might actually get some viewers and some people in attendance if you do this. And dildo sales are going to go through the roof.
So much to say there.
I'm going to answer the question in particular. Green dildos, 2 more. Then people are going to start getting creative, changing the bets, changing the colors. And it won't end until somebody, hopefully Sophie Cunningham, catches it mid-throw and just smokes her opponent with it. And then it makes SportsCenter top 10, and everybody's happy.
You a Sophie Cunningham fan or a hater?
Huge fan. I don't know if you ever saw her TikTok.
I've seen a lot of Sophie Cunningham. And I haven't felt anything that
girls wear Arby's outfit. Sophie Cunningham, Mount Rushmore, Kelsey Plum.
Why we didn't list her?
What's the anti Mount Rushmore?
Tommy, let me ask you this. You know how the law works. You know how judges and district attorneys and everything could be at some point. Is this going to get bad enough to where like somebody's going to go to jail because of this?
Your boy's not in jail already?
No, but I mean like getting sentenced, found guilty, serving time kind of.
You would have to change the law. Like, first off, they have to get arrested. Is it going to escalate to an arrest? Then are they going to be that tired of it that the district attorney's office in bumfuck Indiana is so dead they have nothing to do and say, we're going to get on the news and we're for women's rights? Is somebody going to be running for judge and wants to make a huge point that, hey, we love the WNBA and talk for it 45 minutes? I don't know. That's the things we have to think of. And so while I can't say for sure, Can it be considered assault? Can it be contributed to somebody's going to get hurt if people keep chunking dildos? Takes one. I don't think you could rewrite the law specifically about throwing dildos.
Cecilia Zandal-Asani, Valkyrie forward, says, first of all, it was super dangerous. And then
dangerous.
And then when we found out what it was, I guess we just started laughing. I've never seen anything like that. I'm just glad we worked through the situation. We stayed locked in and we stayed concentrated.
Super dangerous.
Stayed concentrated? English must be our second language.
What's more dangerous, going and playing in a WNBA game or going play in Russia? Just going to Russia.
Some of us don't come back for 10 years.
Some of us should still be there, too, if not for a left-leaning president who gave a terrorist back to Russia. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. You got the number one pick in your fantasy draft. Who are you picking? Lawrence from Grand Isle wants to know.
Everything that I've read, I don't watch enough pro football to be anywhere near competitive in fantasy football anymore. So I'll never take a wide receiver.
That's actually who's first on ChatGPT's list.
It's got to be Jamar Chase.
Yeah, he's number one.
He's number one on everybody's list.
Barkley was far and away the best player in the NFL last year, but he's on the cover of Madden. You guys believe in that?
I listened to a podcast with him this week. He said that, obviously you would get asked, right? He's like, who turns this down? It was a really, really good interview. He shed some light on a lot of different subjects. That was pretty cool. But, yeah.
Tommy?
Is this a standard league or a QB league?
Standard.
Yeah, let's just go standard.
Then I'm trading the pick because I'm not drafting Bijan Robinson, and I'll be goddamn if I draft any of these freaking LSU receivers that are in the top.
When you don't show up to the draft, that's all you're getting.
Well, that's why I'm going to have a time frame so I know when my entrance and my exit happens.
No love for Jameer Gibbs?
No, I wouldn't take him as one.
No?
No, because the dynamic's going to allegedly change this year, and he's the bell cow, and I don't think he's been a true bell cow.
He's not going to score the touchdowns this year. He's going to just get them to the goal line.
No, I think he's going to score the touchdowns, but I think this is the year where he breaks down kind of thing.
My problem is I don't watch enough NFL football because I'm always in the gym on Sundays, but aside from like a Jamar Chase, just a stud, absolute stud, I feel like I would never take Jameer Gibbs in any round. So I just pass on these folks, and they're the ones that's actually doing stuff. And I take like Vinny Testaverde.
It's shocking to me to see Barkley not first on the list. Dude rushed for 2,000 yards last year. He's a fucking freight train.
His touchdowns get vultured up by his quarterback.
Yeah, it hurts. Yeah, that does hurt him. And he is on the cover of Madden. He is approaching 30. He did get the ball last year. A lot of people saying he's going to get hurt.
Let me ask you guys this. What's your position of choice at the number one spot, or first round in general? What are you reaching for? Every year I've played, running backs are at a minimum. You always grab a running back, maybe even one in the second round. What's your thoughts on that?
I think there's so many good receivers now, dude. Like, I wouldn't take Jamar Chase first. What's the difference between Jamar Chase, Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Malik Neighbors?
Quarterback.
There's no good quarterbacks. That's a good
Joe Burrow. No, but I'm saying what's the difference between those guys is their quarterback.
They got a quarterback.
Who would you rather throwing to your number one receiver? Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott, what's the dude for the Vikings? The McCarthy,
yeah,
astronaut.
I think you go quarterback first round.
Damn,
that's what I'm thinking right now. Get you a stud.
I think we all agree that like the best dudes are the Burrows and the more of the pocket guys. But in fantasy, do you go with like a Lamar first overall because he runs?
He's an instant point getter.
Yeah, but he's also one hit away from being out for the season. That's what scares me.
So, but that instant point getter is going to be there in the third round. You can just get him then.
You would think, but who the hell are you picking before that?
Well, secondly, I'm not giving my draft strategy away when we're supposed to have a football league this weekend.
Tommy, if you notice, I haven't set a pick yet. There's a reason for that.
Obviously, I'm going Baker Mayfield first round, first overall.
Alvin Kamara.
Pretty sure we drafted Nicky Sabo out of Tommy's team one year.
Good pick.
Yeah, if he would be fishing, that would have been a great pick.
It is interesting, though, how it changed. It used to be running back. Now there's so few of them.
For the honest answer here, yeah, you would think that in the last couple of years, because of the increased passing stats, it's got to be a receiver. And you want to get one of those studs because kind of like Nick was saying, the top tier. But now it seems like every year, another one gets added. And I'm going to hate for saying this. It's Chase, Jefferson. Now Neighbors is in that category. Nakua. The receivers are getting a lot to where everybody could draft a receiver the first round. The top tier running backs, there might be 10, and then you'll get your one or two surprises. Maybe a rookie will do good. So I'm almost of the opinion, get the running back and hope to get like a badass running back and a couple great receivers, not stud receivers.
Don't wait, because you will have no quarterbacks and you end up with Anthony Richardson that Murder convinces you to take.
I'm always the dude. I end up with that quarterback and I say, oh, man, yeah, he's going to be always losing. I'm going to get garbage stats out of him. And then it usually works out. But here's the thing. They're losing 37-0, and then they take him out and put the fucking backup in, and the backup gets 300 yards.
Tyler Shuck, first pick, right?
Yeah, that's where I'm leaning right now. Hooters or B-dubs? Caleb from the distant Cook chair wants to know.
Why is this even a question?
I think B-dubs is way overrated. Hooters, no doubt.
I agree.
What's bad at Hooters?
The wait staff now.
Snow crabs are no good at Hooters.
Apparently in Homa, the weed smell in the bathroom.
The oysters during the summer, not good.
I don't go to Hooters to eat seafood. I could kill some buffalo shrimp. Those are pretty
Rants
bad.
has always been Hooters. When we were little, it's because of the waitresses. When you're older, it's because of the food. And now they got the new menu and stuff. The lots of tots are great. They got fried pickles. The buffalo shrimp are probably some of my favorite things over there.
Said it already. Smoked wings, top notch over there.
Daytona, boom, game over.
I will tell you something about B-dubs. Went over there one year for fantasy football. For whatever reason, they had a fountain drink machine right by our table. One of our guys, Ross Jumbo, tried to go use it. The lady ran out the back screaming, "Don't use that. It's hooked up to the sewage."
Hey!
Why would you have any drinks next to sewage? True story.
Oh, Tommy, that sounds like a case made in heaven, brother. I would have intentionally drank that to set myself up. I would take that salmonella any day of the week.
I'm not drinking sewage.
For the right price.
Drank a lot of stuff in my life, but knowingly drinking, probably not up there.
Billy from Baton Rouge, not the starting quarterback, wants to know, your jelly bean question from last week was legit, so I'll give you a similar situation. You could press a button that gives you $5 million, but somewhere in the world, a random person dies. Do you press it, and how many times?
What's the max?
I was about to say, there's 8 billion people in the world. Here's me.
That's a selfish situation for me. I am pressing that button until the button breaks or my finger breaks. Doesn't matter.
I'll take the billions of people in the world for billions of dollars.
So you get $5 million if you press the button.
There's 8 billion people in the world. So every time you hit it, an old man in New Zealand dies, and then some cuck in Zimbabwe dies.
I guess it could be somebody that you know.
Yeah.
It could.
Give me 100 people dying.
Find out who dies.
No,
And have to live with that on
live
your
with that.
conscience.
You're searching all the obituaries online. Oh, damn, that was probably my fault.
I'm crying into my $100 bills.
I'm hitting it at least 50 times.
I'm going to hit it to get $1 billion, and then if I find out who died, I'm putting him in the Ring of Honor in my stadium because I'm buying a team.
Yeah.
See, I feel like I don't need to do that much work.
How many times you hitting the button?
Probably about 50. And then sending a check to each one of their families and saying, "Hey,
Paying for the
sorry,
funeral.
but you need to understand this was $5 million."
My bad.
I like this one. Jimmy from Golden Meadow. You could permanently swap lives with anyone on Earth, but you have 5 minutes to decide, and there's no take-backs. Do you do it? And who are you picking? Scotty Scheffler. He's so good at golf. He's young. He's got a hot wife. He's a gazillionaire. He's in his 20s.
How long? Permanently?
Yeah, permanently. Yeah. You got 5 minutes to choose, but yeah, you were just swapping lives with him.
I'm good.
You good?
If it's permanent, I don't want to leave my wife and kids.
Yeah, fair enough.
My kids are shitheads, but
I thought I was going to be a loser for thinking that too. If I had to,
Yeah, let's say play along. Come on now. We get it. You guys are happily married and got kids. We got
I'm a good dad.
Pat McAfee, Dave Portnoy.
If this was something that you had to do, man, T-Bob keeps coming in my head.
T-Bob? Okay.
Like, I feel like that dude lives like a
Logan
badass
Paul.
life.
Murder just said Paul Skeens. It's hard to argue that too. Young badass who's dating Livy. Come on now.
Solid answer. Probably die and come back as a leotard.
Tommy, what would yours be? Matlock? Mars Bart.
Or you think I'd want to be a lawyer if I could switch places with anybody?
Yeah, that's why I went T-Bob. Dude just drinks all day as Bobby Abrams as his dad and just talks shit on the radio.
I'm tossed up between Tom Brady or Ryan Reynolds. Give me the money, give me the fame, give me the Derek Jeter-esque layout of what I've done and who I've done in my life. And you got Ryan Reynolds or Tom Brady all day.
Cupper Manning would be a good one.
Who's this?
Cupper Manning. Is that the actual pronunciation of it? Is Cupper Manning?
Cuck Manning?
Your son's a stud football player. Pretty cool to watch. Oh, yeah, my son's the top quarterback in the country. That's
Are we
cool.
sure that Nick isn't that guy that was trolling us earlier in the comments?
I'm wondering.
John Saxon Rogers.
I'm wondering.
No, Casey, that's a good answer. Like, the dude's young. He's got cash. He's got enough money. Probably doesn't need to do anything. I'm looking into that retirement room where I could just quantum leap Scott back like into somebody's life and not have to do anything.
Yeah.
Then why are you going T-Bob?
Because I think it would be a blast. Maybe I'm too old and he's younger than me.
Just be
awesome.
shotgunning beers all day long and getting paid to
Like
do
the
it.
stupider things that he does, he gets paid more. The stupider things I do, I get paid less.
Hammer from Holden wants to know, I love this question. You are offered $1 million, but the catch is the person you hate the most gets $2 million. Do you take the deal?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You don't have to pay any attention to that. You get all your money, and then
Yeah, but he does double the stuff that you do.
I don't care.
Yeah, and I don't want to see the AI tennis balls being
Like
dribbled.
if I don't like somebody, they're dead to me. They're out of my life. I don't think about them. I don't deal with them. I got my money. I don't care what that dude does. We good.
Here's the thing, dude. I'm a petty bro. I would rather eat my post-hurricane can of green beans and be struggling than to see you living better than me. No, I can't do it.
Especially somebody you
Can't do it.
hate that much.
Can't do it.
I go put on my own rodeo.
Tommy, what say you, brother? You've got a lot of enemies.
I'm trying to think of who I hate the most. And to me, it would probably be an athlete, and he's already a millionaire. So give him $2 more million for me to get one. But if you're telling me that if I take the $1 million, some Terrebonne Parish or Thibodeau attorney is going to get two, then
This is a good question, man. We're some haters.
call me petty mayonnaise. I'm going to struggle, and they better struggle too.
Petty mayonnaise, he said.
You know what? I didn't give a solid answer to this. I'm going to quote the famous and late Tupac Shakur.
Hate.
Die slow. You ain't getting it. I ain't getting it. We're going to be all right.
It's that's a really good question. Thank you to Hammer from Holden for sending that in. Eddie G from Doyle wants to know, if an opposing coach is chirping and you tell him to shut up and the opposing coach chirps back and says, please say it one more time, do you instantly become a cuck or do you chirp back? You guys know my answer. The only time in life that I have a big mouth and I'm willing to go is when I'm coaching. I almost fought a fucking grandma, almost fought a guy for the Louisiana Heat coaching AAU. Like, I told a certain official he was a terrible referee to his face. When I'm coaching, it's a different just glare. I'm chirping back 1,000% of the time.
That may or may not have happened this weekend.
I don't shut up in situations like that. I could not reply back to that.
In fact, during that game, that may or may not have happened, allegedly, I got a technical foul for asking a referee to blow his whistle after I called a timeout.
It was this before or after you guys faced the dominant college recruited junior in your 6th grade game?
That may be the coaching question.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm definitely talking back to him and almost pulling his Uno reverse. You wish I would say it one more time, huh? And I might even be the smart ass and hit him like, one more time. What now? Fight me across the scoring table there, Chief?
The actual story that was said back and forth, and then one coach just decided to just shut up and not talk back anymore.
If you're playing high school kids, upperclassmen level high school kids against 6th graders.
I wish I would have known that at the time. I didn't find out till afterwards.
God damn, there's some pieces of shit out there. Let's talk about this. Travis practicing in full pads wants to know. See, we got some money questions this week. This one to me is very easy. You're offered $1 billion fortune, but for the rest of your life, your name legally has to become Cuckington McFluff.
No problem.
Do you take the money? Call me cuck and give me the money, baby. Put it on a reel.
I can't think of anything better than that. I mean, for $1 billion, you can call me whatever you want.
I ain't giving the person that I hate 2 if I get 1, but you giving me $1 billion? Yeah.
I'm right there with you. Call me whatever you want. I'll be a billionaire.
Cuckington McFluff, the billionaire.
It's a solid name.
Put it on a shirt.
That might be the name of a fantasy football team.
Tommy, you taking the money and running, right?
Yeah, I've been called worse, and if I have $1 billion, whoever I hate that calls me that, I'm going to dig deep, find out their worst personal detail, and put it on a shirt and pay the defamation suits.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. I've been called worse for less.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And if you're really embarrassed by being called Cuckington, just shorten it to Ington.
Yeah, because that's what it would be shortened to.
I'll be right back. I got to go take care of bastard kids. My wife about to lose it, so let me go do damage control.
Speaking of Cuckington McFlurry.
McFlurry.
Murder wants to know this. A Cuckington McFluff choke people out at charity events. Goodness.
That question didn't make the mailbag, unfortunately.
I'm surprised that person wasn't the author of a question in the mailbag. Thick, juicy burger or double patty smash burger? Why does everything cooked on a Blackstone taste better than when it's cooked in a pan on the stove? Ryan from down the bayou wants to know.
I'm a smash burger guy. That's an easy one for me. Give me the smash burger. I like the onions that are cooked into the smash burger when done right. It's good stuff.
I like smash burger. I'm a fan. Every once in a while when I'm feeling really fat, I do like me a good triple from Wendy's, though, where you could barely even bite into it, but I'm a smash burger.
After WrestleMania 17, we went to Wendy's, like 5-6 of us. We got so many hamburgers, they were out of burgers.
Really? So y'all
everybody
cleaned them
got
out?
Everybody got like 2 triples. It was ridiculous. So I've changed my tune. I used to like the big, thick patty, but now I'm on the smash burger side. It's hard to beat a freaking smash burger right now.
I'm with you guys. That's tough.
I'm going to one-up it, so give me the thick burger, double. To me, a smash burger needs to have like at least 3 or 4 patties.
Like, how thick we talking?
Are we talking like a protocol style?
I'm talking like things got a little too haywire on the grill, and your burger turned into a baseball. You're stacking 2 of those.
Like, can you bite into it without having to smash it down?
See, I smash all my burgers down almost all the time anyway.
burger smash.
This guy that I watched on TikTok, I love this dude. Tommy, you watch Wang Dang, the Chinese food guy?
Yes, I do, unfortunately, but it's a running joke with some of my friends up here. His takes are a little too California for my liking.
He shit on protocol.
Oh, yeah. He said it was the worst tasteless seasoned patty he's
No burger.
Here in New Orleans, they were at Port of Call. Many of us have some of the best burgers around. Brother, this took almost 40 minutes for 2 burgers. I don't know why it took so long, but hopefully it's good. First up, we got the cheeseburger over here, and it comes with a baked potato. Oh, goodness, that cheese is going wild right now.
So 2 of these patties, Tommy, or 1 of these?
I'd rather that all day. Give me those kind.
That is a hefty cheeseburger.
2 of them?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If I'm going to eat, it's my cheat meal. I'm not just going and eat a hamburger every other day.
Oh, my goodness, that patty's horrendous. There is no ounce of flavor or juice coming out of it. I don't know why, but the patty itself is so dry and so gristly. And the cheese ain't even melted properly, but I don't even care about the cheese. I care.
That might be Cuckington McFlurry.
Yeah. I was about to say, I want to punch this dude in the face. As soon as Tommy said California, I immediately wanted to fight the guy. Asked by GPT from the chat, wants to know, only 1 condiment is allowed for the rest of eternity. What is it and why?
Easy. Mayo. Goes on everything. I know Nick's going to probably cry that I'm saying this because he's not a mayo guy. But
neither me.
You could dip, you could condiment or whatever. Yeah, you can. Half the sauce you eat is mayo based.
That means they put something in there because mayo is not good enough by itself.
Well, it's not. It's shitty by itself, but you still have to have it.
Juicy Lucy's are good. We went to the place where they invented the Juicy Lucy in Minnesota. It was amazing.
Tommy, we were saving this question because you are our legal counsel. Ron from...
I hate when y'all say
that. No, it's a serious question, dude. You don't trust us? Ron from Cutoff wants to know, big news down the bayou today was the arrest of former police chief in Golden Meadow. Was this all due to the door situation?
Those damn doors.
I say y'all 2 have the most knowledge on this.
Was it all due to the door? The door was when Shawn Michaels threw Jannetty through the window, and then their long program started after that, and the payoff was today.
Is that what led to it?
I believe so.
Everybody's taking the fifth on this, or you're just setting me up?
We just explained the whole situation.
This is big news, not just obviously for down the Bahia, but this kind of going on all over the state. There's some kind of investigation going, and it seems like some officials are doing the wrong thing. Now, obviously, as we know, it's allegedly, and that suffices because we don't know exactly what the charges are or what's going on. We know there's been some accusations. As we sit here today, somebody turned themselves in. People who are usually dead innocent might not do that. Some people might try to do it to get ahead. I haven't read any statements. I haven't heard anything from lawyers.
What's the charges? Because I really don't know. I was bowed up today.
Oh, I've been writing about this.
Just factual stuff, no opinions here.
Yep. He was charged with 3 felony charges, injuring public records. I don't even know what that means. Like, did he elbow a fax machine?
Frog splash.
Malfeasance in office and computer tampering. And again, without any press release from any authorities or anything, it sounds like to me changing something in a computer. Tommy, what is injuring a public record? That's going in and with some data.
Not a criminal investigator. Just listening to what you said. 2 things come to mind. 1, felony. That's serious. Okay.
Yeah, 2.
Three?
Yeah, felony. Jeez. I mean, there's degrees. 1st, 2nd, 3rd. So felony 3, not good. If you're going to say injuring public records and then computer, I'm going to assume it's something with files not being where they should be, maybe files missing. Obviously, I've never heard of these charges before. This is something new, but I'm assuming it has something to do with records not being where they should be or records maybe no longer existing. And now whether or not that can be proven. It's funny because you said injury. Immediately what came to mind is like when they're in Zoolander trying to break into the computer. The files are in the computer. They're like elbow dropping it. But anytime you hear the F word, and I'm talking about felony, it's some pretty serious shit. Don't know who he's going to be representing him. I'm sure that this is going to pick up some steam, not only by your other press-related jobs, but this is going to become a story the more we find out. And I'm assuming we're going to hear some kind of statement. Whether it's, hey, I turned myself in to get ahead of this, or I'm being a civilian of the law, I'm respecting the charges that have been brought, but I'm going to clear my name, or vice versa. Maybe his lawyer tells him what I like to tell my clients all the time, just shut the up. Let me do the talking. I'm about to start a series called Shut the Up Fridays, things you should and shouldn't say. That's probably be my advice. Shut the Up Friday, brought to you by Group Chat Podcast.
So injuring public records is a crime identified in Louisiana Revised Statute, whatever number. It encompasses the intentional removal, mutilation, destruction, alteration, or falsification or concealment of any record, document, or other thing filed or deposited by authority of law in a public office or with a public officer. The offense is categorized into 1st and 2nd degree with varying penalties.
Oh, yeah.
I would assume the guy wasn't in charge in the Stone Age, so I doubt he would have destroyed like old files. Just hearing everything you guys heard today, I'm assuming it's something to do with a computer.
And 1st degree is up to 5 years, and 2nd degree is up to 1 year. Sheesh.
That's time, bro. It ain't just he let off people out of speeding tickets for 5 years that were only contributing to his campaign.
I like the guy, friend of mine. I really hope it's all fluff and just political bullshit.
Me too.
I think we'll find out. You know, it's fresh. It's hot off the press, like I said. You turn yourself in for various reasons. It's going to be one of 2 things. A statement's going to come out, and it's going to be blanket. It's going to be one of those, you know, we're going to fight this, blah, 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 or there's going to be nothing. And from the lawyer in me, you shouldn't take either one in a specific way because lawyers do different things. I would advise my client to always shut the up. Some people might say, let's get ahead of it. The lawyer in me seems to think that if they were going the statement route, a statement would have been probably released simultaneously with the turn-in.
Yeah, if you know you're turning yourself in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not like he got picked up unknowingly. Obviously, he was a well-respected guy in the community. He's doing it, I guess, because he respects the process.
I could tell you that I was told at 9 o'clock today that he was turning himself in at 2 p.m. today. It was something that was scheduled.
Once again, you might get a text from a criminal lawyer later, or maybe I will. Like, what the f*** are you talking about? I'm just saying if I were to release a statement, I would have done it with it. The usual. I'm cooperating with authorities. I will remain that I'm innocent. I will prove it through a court of law and whatever else. This is so to speak, but pay me to word it more eloquently.
So piggyback off of this question pertaining to that, we already know Nick's answer. If you were accused of something that you didn't do, would you turn yourself in?
If the warrant's been issued, yeah, I would.
So I feel like I would just run. No matter if I did it or I didn't do it. You got to find me, bro.
Like, if the warrant's been issued, yeah, I would turn myself in and start the process. I trust the process, but I got a good attorney. Tommy would get me out of that.
I don't trust none of that.
How Joel Embiid of you.
Yes.
I trust Tommy, and I would listen to him, but I don't trust. There's been too much shady.
I wouldn't turn myself in, but I wouldn't run. If I'm accused of something, I know I didn't do it, like, you come and get me. I'm not going to make it
come to you.
Yeah, because I'm going to be the guy. I would hope in this kind of situation, maybe not down the by, because, we don't have a local news station, but if you're getting popped and you're an official in WWL, there's cameras at your arrest. They're going to show you getting hauled on in handcuffs. I'm going to be yelling, travesty! Like, it's fun.
Play some Creed.
Or that. Subscribe to the group chat podcast. This is Better Call Bottom. But, yeah, that's my line of thinking. You're going to come and get me. You think I did something I know I didn't, come get me.
Nick? Damien said he knows your answer. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I didn't know what he was talking about either.
Yeah.
Well, he already got arrested.
I didn't turn myself in. I mean,
Exactly.
There's your
So
answer.
Forcefully taken into custody.
I was put in the car and said, "You wait here."
You knew you had a warrant?
No,
Okay.
I thought that speeding ticket got taken care of. So had a little fight. They were arresting the other guy, and I was just talking. He said, "Go sit in the car." And I'm
So
like,
you easy street until they...
then he takes off in the car, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm back here."
You forgot about me.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, we have a warrant for."
Whoa, didn't read you your rights?
I know what you're thinking. Illegal.
See, I feel like I could have talked myself out of that. And maybe that's my problem in not listening to Tommy and shutting up.
You talked us out of a big one because you were the driver on the passenger side one
I
time.
feel like I could talk my way out of a lot of stuff.
I just thought of something interesting. I'm going to go one up. If I know this kind of situation is arising, I'm making Nick print me a T-shirt. Specifically with the messages I want while I'm handcuffed. I'm innocent. Follow the group chat podcast.
If all those dudes that escaped OPP can run for as long as they have or did,
It's still one at large.
and that's violent criminals and violent escapes, and you talking about me, which I don't know what crime I would commit. I'm not committing a crime, so I won't be in a situation.
But you make it worse. Now you're fleeing, though. I'm with you. I get it. I'm not advising you to do it or not. If it's that less of a crime and not violent, you're going to compound it by running.
You can find me in Greece, bro. Extradite me.
A lot of people on the street say that the Groves dude in New Orleans is dead. We buying that, but it's like he ain't even been on the surface. And they don't appear to be even really looking for him all that hard. I think my boy's dead.
Probably got caught up. You only know one life. Dude's been in there for forever. You're going to eventually find your way back in.
What are your thoughts on ESPN picking up WWE and the new price increase from Peacock? This is from Big, the OG from B&R. Just to get you guys up to speed, WWE Network is going to be shifting to the new ESPN app, which is going to be launching in 2026. It's going to be $29.99 a month. It's going to include everything ESPN. I don't know if it's going to have the Disney Plus bundle, but ESPN, ESPN Plus, the ABC sports content, WWE Network, Red Zone, NFL Network, all that stuff. They did purchase NFL Network today also. All going to be lumped into that $29 cost. For me, at first, when I woke up this morning and I saw this, I was like, that's too much. But when I saw that NFL Network and Red Zone were included in the $29.99, now I have convinced myself I'm going to purchase it.
Plus the UFC pay-per-views?
That I don't know.
They said not the number of pay-per-views for UFC, so just the stuff.
Okay, so everything, basically.
Yeah. So two things come to mind. ESPN is so woke that it's going to ruin whatever they have going on. How much can they alter storylines and whatnot? You're going to have a purple-haired freak with a sign as your world champion in a year from now. I'm just not a fan of the ESPN programming at all, and I just hope that they don't take that part over.
ESPN's taking over the world, bro. They got Inside the NBA now. They got Red Zone. They got WWE Network. The one thing that I'll say is Inside the NBA, it is written, y'all people ain't touching this. Y'all networks airing it, but our people are running it. That's on the TNT side. So that part, we don't have to worry about them screwing that over too much. I don't think they're going to have too much input in the WWE creative. I'm worried sick about Red Zone. Like, I could see that getting screwed royally, and I do love Red Zone. Are you guys going to buy that?
You're going to have to.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to.
I was listening to podcast. I listen to a lot of podcasts now. Charles Barkley was on, and he was saying that they don't know a ton of stuff. He was saying that he didn't know that his show was sold until he read something.
Damn.
So one of the questions I was asked is, the best part of Inside the NBA is the last 45 minutes when it just BSing. So what happens if SportsCenter's on at 11:30 and they clock on at 11:15? You're going to miss that 30 minutes.
Stephen A's coming up.
Yeah, that's going to be the toughest thing.
So what exactly is going on this app? If you want to watch WWE, you have to find it. It's not Channel 10 at this time anymore.
So WWE pay-per-views, the WWE library, so the old everything that airs on ESPN, ESPN 1, 2, U, Classic, all that, news, whatever, you can watch that live on the app. So like if an LSU game is playing on ESPN, you can watch that. NFL Network and NFL Red Zone.
What's from WWE is going to be on ESPN? Is everything? Is it not on Peacock anymore?
Except Raw.
Yeah, it's not going to be the premium live events. It's going to be everything except Raw and SmackDown. SmackDown's going to be on USA. Raw is going to be on Netflix. The premium live events and all the old is going to be on that app.
Is this going to be in addition to the other ESPN app that has all the little games?
So ESPN Plus is going to be rolled into this. When I'm doing a Nichols game, it's going to be on this big blanket ESPN app.
That might be cheaper.
I literally just read this before we came on. Your boy Ariel Hanan or whatever, the UFC fight guy. Apparently, if you already pay for YouTube TV and Hulu Live and all those, you don't have to pay for the pay-per-views.
So you got it automatically.
I was about to get pissed, too, because Peacock is, like $7 a month. I already have ESPN because I'm back from when ESPN Plus was just its own thing. Now you get the app and all that. So the only thing, you still have to pay, I think, for the UFC pay-per-views, but all the PLEs and stuff, if you already have Hulu, YouTube TV, what's the other one? Fubo, all those. If you pay, I guess it's like $60 above and already for streaming TV with live, those pay-per-views will just have a channel when they come on. If you have the cheap Hulu, it's like $11, then you have to pay the $30 to get the pay-per-views.
There's going to be another company that comes in and buys all this stuff, and everything's going to be on one platform, and we're going to be back to exactly what college
it's going to be cable. I talked about this on the radio today. Cable could have saved itself 30 years ago if they would have just said, okay, like a buffet, we're offering 500 channels. You put in your plate what you want, and at the end, you're going to check out. We're going to weigh your plate, and that's what you pay. If they would have done that 50 years ago, 30 years ago, 25 years ago, none of this would have ever even happened. The problem is that right now, and look, we're Big Rev at the Just Clear House. We got 500 channels. We only watch 10 of them. That's the issue, is they give you so much, and you only use a fraction of what it is that you get.
The problem is the government got involved 10 years ago and gave them the opportunity to be able to go out on their own and do this type of crap. And now, of course, the government put their hands in it, and it's complete.
Who knew? Tommy says, yes, he would get the app, but he says he won't have to. Damien, I think you're in the same boat. Nick, what do you use for TV?
YouTube TV.
All right, well, there you go. So you're good, too.
I would buy it regardless. Honestly, in my life, football and wrestling are probably the only two things I like. And then Netflix. Obviously, I would buy this if I had to, but I'm just happy I don't.
Big Steve from the back wants to know, and I love this question. Good question from my pop. You're down in fantasy. Your only remaining player is facing the team you root for. Who you rooting for? Your fantasy team or your real team?
Fantasy team, 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100, because that's what pays me money if I win. Them idiots that are getting paid $1 million a second, they don't pay me nothing.
I'm a Saints guy. If my fantasy football team wins and the Saints lose, that's the two pink starbursts in the pack. That's the jackpot. So that's what I'm rooting for. So play my guy, hope he beats the Saints, and it's a win-win situation.
So you're going Team A-Bear first, and if the Saints lose, fuck it, whatever? Right. Okay.
Especially this year.
Yeah. When the Saints are a good team, I'm not rooting for that. I'm all in. Let the chips fall where they may.
So for me, because fantasy is primarily an NFL thing, I agree because, I root for the Cowboys. It's mostly just to troll Saints fans. I'm not big into that. I couldn't root for Alabama's running back to beat LSU, though. I couldn't do it in college. Couldn't. I would rather my fantasy team lose. I don't care what the stakes are in my fantasy league. I couldn't root for Ole Miss's quarterback to throw for 500 yards. In fact, I'll go so far as I'm such a homer. My college fantasy team would probably be all LSU players because I hate everybody else so much. In pro, it's cool. I do root for the Cowboys. I do root for the Bengals. It doesn't ruin my day or my weekend either way. But if LSU loses on Saturday, I'm salty until Monday morning. So I couldn't do it.
I'm kind of on Nick's wavelength for this season, but it just all depends. If my fantasy team's in the playoffs and the Saints would have the playoffs clinched, it's situational for me. Obviously, I'd always probably rather the Saints win, because obviously we have different other weeks in fantasy. But if I just really need a fantasy win, then yeah. But the other side of it is it's going to be pulling teeth for me to have like a Falcons player on my team. I just can't do it. I hate them that much.
Fair enough.
Do you remember the year we did fantasy college football?
I do.
I don't know why we never did that again.
Yeah,
I don't know if there was
cool.
a platform.
It was pretty cool. I think they got some. The one thing I would say we would need to do the next time is maybe just do Power 5.
That was the best part, being able to go on a Friday night and look up like who's playing nickels or whatever.
Buffalo's facing nickels and their running back gets 700 yards. Is that really comparable to Leonard Fournette getting 100 against Alabama?
Like, you never out of it.
Yeah.
I would just go find the best quarterback matchup and try to utilize that.
We could maybe bring it back. Cliff from Lisa Park Gym wants to know, what's the weirdest thing you believed as a kid that totally wasn't true?
Quicksand. When I was a kid, I feel like quicksand was in half the movies you watched. And it was the most terrifying thing. Like, you could be walking, it looks like normal sand, and you're just sinking. There's no getting out of it.
It's mud.
As an adult, I've never, ever come across quicksand.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
It's not actually sand, though. It's mud. It's like wet mud that you just can't get out of. It's a thing, but
Poo-poo-dee.
Pretty much.
But my answer on that is going to be that wrestling was real. I was disheartened when I found that out. I did hear a story this weekend from our guy Tyrus that you ruined his professional wrestling knowledge. He thought it was real, and you broke it to him.
Oh, I did? Oh, well, okay. My bad, Tyrus. Tyrus and I were buds when we were the two nerds in Gallant Elementary.
He was pretty distraught. I think he still is today.
Oh, damn. I have a embarrassing answer. And I guess this is not if something isn't true or not real or whatever, but I'm going to answer the question this way anyway. I was told when I was young by my grandparents, if you see a dangerous animal, but a small version of the dangerous animal, like a baby snake, stay away. Don't mess with it because the mom or the dad's around. So, little Gisclair, 3-4 years old, playing outside in the summer, sees a lizard. Baby Gisclair thinks, that's a baby alligator. So, baby Gisclair just freezes. Just stays like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. It's like July. Baby Gisclair gets cooked like a steak outside, blistering sunburn. Yeah, not ideal. So, yeah, they don't always believe the things that your grandparents tell you. Because they'll have you thinking that lizards are baby alligators, and sometimes you almost die of a heat stroke before you even get into kindergarten.
I was going to probably go with wrestling, but now I think I would have just expected to be on fire a lot more in my lifetime than I ever have been, from the amount of times that we were taught stop, drop, and roll, and
stop, drop, and roll,
all that kind of shit. I thought that was a more prevalent thing with how they ingrained that into our heads.
So you don't do that?
I've never encountered it. I've never been around it. I've never seen somebody on fire unless we're counting DWI days. I just thought it was a more common thing that people just catch on fire the way they were pounding that into our heads every day.
Stop, drop, and roll. What was the name of the dog?
Sparky or something.
Was it McGruff?
It was something like that.
Yeah, McGruff, as they would call Fred McGriff, the crime dog.
I was about to make a forest fire joke, but obviously it seems like there's an abundance of those now. The wildfire.
Yeah, they're all in California. It doesn't matter.
Just tell the trees to stop, drop, and roll.
That too. The smoke rises and you got to crawl. We even had to do those. They made us go in those fake houses.
I got one that Nick's gonna like. Was the weirdest thing I believed as a kid that totally wasn't true. That we went to the moon. We didn't do that.
But the world was round.
That the Montreal screw job wasn't real.
Was that a work? Were Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart working together?
That's all of a sudden getting talked about. I thought Unreal was going to go back. I was like, whoa.
I'm to the point I don't believe anything anymore.
Bret Hart, he deserved to get screwed. Brett screwed Bret. We talked about that last week.
Razor blades in Halloween candy, boss says.
Oh yeah, yeah. We that was big in the Just Clear household.
I bet
Sorting out
got all your chocolate.
Oh yeah. Hey, let me check, make sure you don't have no drugs in there, bruh. As we eating all of the Butterfingers and Reese's and testing it out.
Did you ever go get your candy x-rayed at the hospital?
No.
That's a thing.
Jesus Christ. What is the world coming to?
I would run the x-ray machine that night and just take a little for the side.
That's all for the mailbag, y'all. We want to thank the LaFouche Concert and Events Club for sponsoring. We want to thank you guys for sending us questions. We're going to have the mailbag every week as long as you guys keep filling it up. And we're going to be back next week. For Tommy across the way out in River Ridge and Nick to my right, Damian to my left, this is Casey Just Claire signing off. Thanks so much for watching the Group Chat Podcast. Stick around. Over the weekend, I think we're going to have some content and some different things. Tommy's coming down the by. I think we'll get together and push some things out. So it might not be a week. You guys have to wait before you see us again. But stick around. Thanks so much for watching. Y'all have a great rest of the week.
Mailbag, sending you dumb questions and watch us give even dumber answers. Not Mott's Mailbag.